Good morning and welcome to the Great Lakes Tournament here at the Ballinger Fieldhouse Steve Schmidt Gymnasium. We got the women's side of the tournament starting this morning. Great game to kick off day two. Schoolcraft coming in at 29-0, ranked second in the NJCAA, hosting the Chargers from Edison State. They are from the OCCAC conference. So Chad Toms, Noah Drury here for the call. Noah, a little sleep deprived day one. We ended up having a bit of a delay. And I know you walked out of here very, very late. You and Tom Cavanaugh on the call late last night.
I did not get home till about 1 o'clock in the morning, Chad. But I am excited to be here. We got some great basketball to kick off. We have the number 2 team in the country, 29-0, 29-game win streak. Technically, they were District B champions last year, lost in the first round of the national tournament, finished with the 28-6 record. They play an Edison State team, 18-10, 6-6 in their conference. They last year were 22-8, lost to SC4 in the semifinals, so they're looking to get over the hump. They have a very tall task at hand with the Schoolcraft team. Obviously, one of 2 teams left in the country that's undefeated. The other one, Johnson County Community College, who's the defending champs.
Yeah, they're ranked number 1 still.
NJCAA Division II. So it is going to be a very important game for both of these teams. Schoolcraft wanting to get to that 30th win on the season, and Edison State trying to kind of be the underdogs, come in with the upset.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the Ocelots are playing at a very, very high level. They are the overall MCCAA champ. They were able to take out the Stars of LCC last Saturday. And Stars actually led that game down with a few minutes left, and Ocelots were able to get it done. Talked to Coach Shay Lewis this morning before the game. I always appreciate her and her staff, her team. And she said they've been fighting some illness, so they've got a few scratches today. Iana Stevens, Deja Brown, Avery Collins all out for illness. A few others are kind of banged up a little bit, so hopefully they'll get a full squad if they advance. So they're going to fight through that. And Edison, they're very happy to be here. They've great opportunity for their program to grow. They know it's going to be a tall test. So that's why you play the games. And so that's what March Madness is all about, Noah, as you know.
Yeah, and they got a longtime head coach in Tim McMahon. He was hired as an assistant back in 2002, hired as a head coach in 2014, 2-time Coach of the Year in the OCCAC, 3-time conference champ, 2-time national qualifier. And while it hasn't been the season that they were having last year, there's still a ton of talent on this team. Riley Homan, player that has 5 assists and also averaged 3.6 steals. Presley Reese. There's a lot of opportunity for Edison State to maybe catch Schoolcraft in some spots.
Oh, absolutely. So it'll be a fun one. The Ocelots are averaging 92 points a game. Chargers are averaging 73. But we're going to get this thing kicked off. We've got starters coming up. But coming up next, we're going to knock out our national anthem. So we'll do that. We'll take a break. We'll be back here shortly.
Great Lakes Tournament, District C, NJCAA women's basketball between today's visitor, the Edison State Community College Chargers, and your home team for this morning, the Schoolcraft Ocelots. Before we begin, we ask that if you will and are able, you rise
All right, we're back here. Great Lakes Tournament, Flint Town, Day 2. Women's bracket starts up here. We're starting off in District C, Schoolcraft and Edison coming up next. Schoolcraft, our starters for the 29-0, 14-0 in conference Ocelots. A 5'6" sophomore guard out of Garden City, Michigan, number 2, Sienna McNitt. A 5'8" sophomore guard from Park Ridge, Illinois, number 10, Mariah Scott. A 5'10" freshman guard from Bloomfield Hills, number 23, Brianna Young. 5'11" sophomore strong forward from Detroit, number 30, Amelia Levine. And a 5'9" sophomore from Ortonville, played at Brandon, playing guard, number 32, Riley Abney. Ocelots are coached by head coach Shay Lewis. Assistant coaches Nicole Burford, Taryn Finley, Carrie Arbor, Charve Patterson, Natasha Carter, Jeff McKinney. That's a big staff, Noah. All right, your starters for the visitors. The Chargers out of Edison State. 5'7" sophomore guard out of Delphos, Ohio, number 5, Emma Will. 5'10" freshman forward from Jackson Center, Ohio. That's number 12, Presley Reese. 5'6" sophomore guard from Trenton, Ohio, number 15, Riley Homan. 5'8" freshman forward for Vendocia, Ohio, number 20, Emerson Walker. 5'9" freshman forward from Kenton, Ohio, number 21, Sarah Larrabee. Chargers are coached by head coach Tim McMahon and assistant coach Doug McMahon. As mentioned, the Chargers are they're 18-10 overall, 4 seed here in District C, finished 5th in OCCAC. And they're coming off a loss to Cuyahoga back on the 28th. So they're ready to rebound and get rolling. So Noah, what's your thoughts today? I mean, this is, as mentioned, a tall task for the Chargers, but this is why we play the games in March.
Yeah, and having Deja Brown out for the Ocelots, a 6'3" forward, a sophomore with all experience playing last year as well, that could be a huge piece missing. And also Avery Collins is another guard that receives a fair amount of playing time on the Schoolcraft team. So they have players in place, and obviously it's a true testament of their team and their depth. But it's going to be a tall task. In Edison State, they're going to try and give them their first loss of the season, and it's going to be a good game.
All right, be underway here momentarily. Day 2 of the NJCAA Region 12 Great Lakes Tournament is officially underway. The Gauntlet Day 2 starts. Noah was here till almost 1 o'clock last night or whatever it was.
I was here until midnight last night, but yeah, it was a long day.
All right, we got loose ball on the ground. The Chargers come away with it. They get a defensive stop on that first possession for the Ocelots.
And the point guard, Riley Homan, first team OCCAC last year.
Strong take off the window. Too strong. Presley Reese rebound. Cleared by the Ocelots. Oh, and another turnover. Riley Abney couldn't hang on. Here come the Chargers the other way.
The Chargers force about 12.4 steals per game, which ranks in the middle of the OCCAC.
As mentioned, the Ocelots coming off a lot of their team has been fighting through a flu bug, and see how they respond today. Long rebound scooped up. That's McNitt. Down the lane she goes. There's contact. Emerson Walker, I think, is going to get called on the block. Her team's first here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Sienna McNitt, a returner from last year's team, started 27 games and averaged 12.1 points per game last season.
McNitt at the line shooting 2. And we have our first score update of the game, 1-0 Ocelots.
Yes, McNitt's an 89% free throw shooter, so definitely someone that is going to want to attack and earn some easy points at the line.
McNitt scored 13 with 5 rebounds and 3 assists in that win over LCC on Saturday, as the Ocelots were able to claim that MCCAA overall title, and we got a whistle the other way. Yep, we are excited. I know it was a long day. We had a bit of a delay with the with the rain delay here in this historic gym, but everyone was great. There was we just kind of hung out. and but it did create a late night, but we're back at it. We're going to do our very, very best. And there's a defensive rebound for the Chargers so far. I mean, they haven't scored yet, but, I mean, I think kind of a good start. I mean, from a defensive standpoint, they've really done a nice job of letting there we go, we're all tied up, keeping the Ocelots from getting out early.
As Emma Will getting the basket, a first-team all-conference player in high school. And there's a lot of freshmen on this Edison State team and sophomores. It's a good mix of both.
Abney followed her shot, lost the handle, though. Chargers come away with it. Bit of a press here for the Ocelots, trying to force some early turnovers. Riley Holman has it, gets it all the way down. Reese off the block, and that's blocked. Brianna Young for the Ocelots. Here comes Scott off the window, and good. 4-2 Ocelots.
Yeah, and Scott just with a good downhill drive, able to take a good angle to the basket and hit it off the window.
Yeah, they do just a nice job of just getting out in space, and there's batted away. And the Ocelots come away with it. Brianna Young's been everywhere so far here in this game. Riley Abney trying to feed. That's number 10, Mariah Scott down low. She was open, but good reaction there by the Chargers.
As my note for Brianna Young, her father, Marcus, played at Notre Dame, so definitely comes from a basketball family.
McNitt had it knocked away, trying to get around number 21, Sadie Larrabee. Yeah, Noah, we talk about every game. Your attention to detail on those stats. Wow, look at that. Easy inbound. You don't get any easier than that. But you do such a good job on this deep dive. More than just on the surface. I love it.
And Schoolcraft's one of those websites, we talk about, great SIDs and athletic administration. They do a really good job with updating all their information on their players. And Edison State did a good job on having a lot of notes on their players too. So both great athletics websites.
Yep, you really appreciate that, especially when you got 12 or 18 games in 4 days. You don't want to spend a ton of time in there, but you want to get the good stuff. All right, Riley Abney out on the wing, puts it on the floor, hits the paint, pulls up, and gets it to go. That's her sweet spot there from about 12 feet, just inside the elbow. 8-2 Ocelot.
In her initial attack, she didn't like, so she reset, got to a different spot, and was able to knock down the mid-range jumper.
I've called her games. She played for Brandon. I called the games for Goodrich, and all through her high school career, she had a tremendous 4 years for the Blackhawks. Jumper on the way, Reese, and puts it through, 8-4.
The bank is open at 9:10 a.m.
No doubt. Seems like it should be a Saturday, but it's really a Friday. Amelia Levine with the basket, 10-4, 5:53 left.
Levine, another returning piece for this Ocelots team, played in 32 games last season, averaging about 9-5 this season.
I mean, they've got, 8 or 9 sophomores on this team. They're so deep. And Coach Shea, already thinking about retooling for next year. It's crazy. You got to plan on that stuff at this time of the point of the season. All right, here we go. Riley Abney on the break, up to McNitt. Whoa, over the shoulder pass. Trying to catch Levine. Goes out of bounds off the Ocelots. So it's Chargers basketball checking in. Olivia Sanders, a 5'6" freshman forward from Lima, Ohio. Oh, another late substitution here. Nope, not in time. Looks like they're going to Priya Johnson Musa from Detroit Edison. Hey, how about that McNitt? She is just plays that center field defense with the best of them. And they're going to call a travel there on Young, excuse me.
As for Schoolcraft fans who didn't tune in to the men's game or didn't see the update, as Tim Johnson, our kind of tournament director, especially on the media side, he's updating on Twitter constantly, so follow the Region 12 Twitter if you want updates throughout all women's basketball today. Schoolcraft won 79-61 over the Lakeland Community College yesterday, and they will play Kalamazoo Valley for the District A championship.
Yeah, you did a nice job on that call last night, Noah.
Yeah, I guess it was last night. It was supposed to start at 3:30.
Yeah, it ended up being last night. We've got Presley Reese at the line. She's shooting 2, averaging 75% from the stripe.
Yeah, and Reese, as a freshman this year, 14.9 points, 7.1 rebounds. Just a solid guard forward for this Edison State team. This Edison State team has a decent amount of size, too. They're playing a 5'10", 5'9", and I believe 5'8" at their 3 through 5.
All right, there's more substitutions coming in. Number 23, Eliana Davis. And we got our first media timeout. First of many, Noah. 4:57 left here in the first quarter. It's the Ocelots on top, 10-4 over the Chargers. We'll take a break. We'll be back here momentarily. All right, welcome back to Great Lakes Tournament, Flint, Michigan, Ballinger Fieldhouse, Steve Schmidt Gymnasium, the opening game of day 2, our women's bracket. Ocelots and Chargers. Ocelots lead by 6 with 4:56 left. And we've got Amelia, is that Levine? Nope,
Mia Wright.
Oh, number 3. Yep, okay. I was trying to find the number. It's tough with the hair, man. Oh, nice pass inside. That basket's good. Levine makes it. She'll be on the line to shoot and 1.
Yeah, just a great inbounds play out of the media timeout. Just how exactly you want to succeed a play like that. And, you know, Schoolcraft, they're a team that just finds consistency in offense. Obviously, number 1 scoring in the MCCAA. And they have an average margin of victory by 38, Chad, on the season.
Oh, my goodness. That has to be pretty close to a record, I would imagine.
We would have to do some deep digging to really find that one out.
And we have a turnover there. Davis lost the handle. So Ocelots have it back. They now lead by 9.
So it looks like a lot of the Schoolcraft men's team from yesterday here to support their women's team. I know the women's team was here yesterday supporting the men, so it's glad to have both those teams supporting each other.
Oh, absolutely right. Keeps working the glass. Couple of offensive boards there, 15-4.
Right, another returner we mentioned once again, 34 games last season from Belleville, Michigan, played at Belleville High School.
Oh, there's a steal. Reagan Bird with it, drops it to Levine. It goes. I got to get the correct pronunciation on that. I apologize. Working off a limited sleep.
So Levine with an early 7 points for Schoolcraft, kind of trying to initiate them to getting out to a big lead.
17-4, 3:59 left. Jayla Johnson on for the inbound for the Chargers.
Johnson's favorite food spot is Shake Shack, which is something that I completely agree with.
Oh,
Shake
I can
Shack.
appreciate that. I think their fries are really good, too. You get this nice steak sandwich.
Yep.
Yeah, and we got a turnover there.
Yeah, mine's like one of their burgers. It's like a barbecue bacon burger or something. It's pretty good.
But you get the fries come in like the cup. You know, it's like a 10-ounce cup.
No, you're thinking of Five Guys.
Oh, okay.
Shake Shack, they have a lot of variation of fries too. You know, you look at their menu for a fast food place, they're getting pretty extensive.
We're giving some free advertising to Steak Shack.
Still doesn't beat the food in the hospitality room here at
there's no doubt.
College.
3-pointer on the way. I know I already had breakfast number 1. I think I had 3 lunches yesterday and a dinner.
I want to say I had like 3 lunches and 2 dinners.
Yeah.
Which made it really easy to fall asleep when I got home. As it looks like Alana Davis is going to pick up her second foul. So comes into the game.
Yeah, she checks right out.
Looks like they're going to bring in Felicity Harbor out of Pleasant Hill, Ohio. Averaging about 2 and 3 on the season.
So the Chargers defensively, they're only allowing 63 points a game. So see how, where the levels kind of level out. I mean, see if they can harness this Ocelot team that's averaging 92 first overall in points per game. First overall field goals made with 35. So that's a tall order for a defensive squad, no doubt.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at the Schoolcraft team statistically, they don't rely on three-pointers for their scoring either. Only 4.3 points or three-pointers made per game on about 16 attempts.
And if you want to look at that breakdown the other way, the Ocelots, I mean, they're only allowing 53 points, and they're scoring 92. You talked about that variation, that margin. Wow, that's incredible.
You know, I mean, they're just a team that, and they've also played a tough schedule. They played Mid-Michigan in the non-conference. They played Lansing twice this season, a team ranked number 7. Also playing Vicini's in Division I of the NJCAA. Played Monroe Community College, who's also in receiving votes. I mean, they have played their fair share of tough games.
Long shot on the way, off the mark, scooped up.
You also talk about teams like SC4 and Jackson that they've played as well throughout the season. Macomb obviously dealt with some injuries, but they were a tall task.
We got a whistle. Oh, looks like the Chargers stepped out. Emerson Walker checks back in.
As Walker in high school was a 4-sport athlete: cross country, softball, women's basketball, and volleyball.
I'm trying to think about that. So
she
there's got to be 2 sports in one.
So volleyball and cross country during fall.
Wow, that is impressive. All right, Ocelots on the inbound.
Looks like Abney comes in for Mia Wright.
And goes out of bounds to the Chargers. We got teams. That's what I enjoy about these games. You kind of see the next wave of teams coming in. We actually had so many people in the gym. I think for that it was Lake Michigan, Mid-Michigan game, and Schoolcraft Lakeland because there was that delay. So
yep.
this place was packed. We had tons of college coaches. I mean, it was standing room only. This place was a lot, especially for Mid-Michigan. They travel so well.
How about Presley Reese? Kind of impressing here now. Got 6 points, trying to lead the Chargers. Trying to charge the Chargers, I should say.
Charge up the Chargers. Yeah. Abney, hands off. The Johnson Musa kept alive there by the Chargers. Quick outlet. Johnson dribbling through traffic but lost the handle. Riley, Abney.
Both these teams now at 7 turnovers, which not completely uncharacteristic.
Reagan Bird, three-pointer off the mark. They're going to call Johnson. No, they looked like there was some contact there, but a quick jump ball.
We didn't have a jump ball until Game 6 yesterday.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. We've had, I think one game, didn't we count like 30?
Yeah, it was between OCC and Mott back when they played here during the regular season.
Knocked out of bounds there by the Ocelots. Guy got a hand on it. Still Charger basketball.
This guy from Flint, Michigan, Carmen Ainsworth, first team all-conference in high school.
Cavaliers, a lot of Cavaliers in this gym over the years. Been fun to watch. What a great program that is. Riley Abney has it on the run. Cuts through the key, drops it to Guy. Guy too strong off the window, and it goes out of bounds off the Chargers. Audrey Bean had an opportunity to get a rebound there, but couldn't hang on. Sienna McNitt checks back in. She's just such a versatile player, averaging 12 points in scoring. But just seems to do a lot. 4 assists, leading the team in free throw percentage. Just kind of an all-around asset for the Ocelots.
Yeah, and she's just one of those kind of combo guards, could play the 1 or 2 at the next level depending on where you want to utilize her. Just a good player.
Johnson holds up for the jumper. Good looking shot, but couldn't go. But offensive rebound, the putback. That's Presley Reese. She's fouled. She'll be headline to shoot 2.
Yeah, make that 6 points and 2 rebounds for Presley Reese.
Got some Triceratops walking in, it looks like.
You could tell when Tri-C walks in the building. Actually, I don't know if that is or not.
Well, yeah, they have a Tri-C on the sweatshirt there, but it looks like that was that one of the. Who do we got next? Maybe a Lansing, some of the Lansing players. I don't know.
We have Bay and Grand Rapids next at 11 a.m.
The Raiders
in the
Norse. I love that name.
I know, it's like it. I've never heard of it until Bay College.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I know.
And maybe it's in Escanaba. You know what? We're gonna do some information digging
there
for
we
next
go.
game.
Gonna utilize the Google machine. All right, McNitt out on the wing. Riley Abney, step back 3. No, caught iron, rebound. It's Audrey Bean. And pushed up for the Chargers. Inside pass, nice recognition there by Johnson. Larrabee couldn't get it to go. Here comes McNitt the other way. Abney. Good defense there by the Chargers, but they do call a foul. Both Walker and Larrabee had their hands up. We're going to see how they do call it on Walker. So that's going to be her second foul. 15th foul now in the quarter. 20.5 left. Abney at the line shooting 2. She's averaging 74%, missed the first. So we hear names and numbers in your sleep last night?
No, because I went straight to sleep. I took a shower when I got home, and I literally I fell in my bed and made sure I put my phone on the charger, because if not, I was going to die overnight.
Yeah.
And just passed out.
Yeah, it is a long day. Plus, like I said, that 2+ hour delay. But it was fun. It's one of my
100%.
favorite days of the year.
This whole weekend.
Yeah, it really is. We talk about it constantly. McNitt with some fancy dribble moves, pulls up for a long jumper, catches rim, but it goes. Shooter's touch right there, and that is through 1 quarter of play, a 22-9 score here in the first. So we will take a break here in the Great Lakes Tournament, courtesy in our you're following along on the YouTube channel for NJCAA Region 12. So have a great break. We'll be back here shortly.
All right, so I figured out what the Norse meaning is.
Bring it, baby.
This is according to Dictionary, Oxford Dictionary. The Norwegian language, especially in its medieval form, or Norwegians or Scandinavians, especially in the medieval times.
Okay, that makes sense. I can see that.
Maybe Escanaba, has Scandinavian and Norwegian ties to it or something. Maybe that's why Bay College started from that. That is something that
we'll have 2 of the Bay College play-by-play radio voice personalities right next to us here next game. We'll have to get their 2 cents. All right, back underway here. Chargers with it. Their first possession of the second quarter. That shot is short over in the corner. Quick outlet for the Ocelots. Abney pulls up for a jumper, no good, but offensive rebound. That's Levine or Levine. I'm going to listen to.
Personal foul number 1, Jayla Johnson, her first, team's first. And for the Chargers, number 20, Emerson Walker. Levine.
All right, we're going Levine. We always ask, too.
It's tough, but I think actually with L-E, it's Levine.
Yeah, okay.
And a lot of L-A's are Levine.
Levine. Okay, we apologize to any family members if we got it wrong. And I will head down there at the break just to double check, because we take great pride in our pronunciations. All right, here we go. Chargers with it, trailing by 13. Into the corner is Walker, all the way around to Bean inside. Nice ball movement there for the Chargers. Easy basket. Emerson Walker, keep doing that, Chargers. A great rotation there in recognition to find the open look. There's Abney on the baseline. It goes. Nice strong take there. Good first move to the basket.
And I've noticed this with Abney. She really likes to create in the mid-range area, but she gets to her spots in such limited amount of dribble. Is just so affected, off that quick first step.
Jumper on the way for the Chargers. Homan shot off the mark. Here comes McNitt. That's number 13, Raven Guy. That shot's off the mark. Levine with the offensive board kept it alive. Guy scoops it up. McNitt for three, and it's down. Sienna McNitt. Big-time basket there, 27-11, now with 7 points.
And that's the first three-pointer of the game between either of these teams. Both offenses not really relying on three-pointers.
Here's a three-point attempt the other way. Catches iron. Abney on the rebound. Ocelots looking to run. They get down the court in a hurry.
Yeah, and they always like to take it up the middle of the court. They like to have, a full field of vision, having options down on transition.
Riley Abney bangs a three through. Wide open there up top. Why not?
And that's back-to-back three-pointers for Schoolcraft.
30-11, 7:49 left. Ocelots shooting 48% from the floor, but 50% from downtown, and we got a foul call underneath the basket. And it looks like that's going to be on Presley Reese. That's her second. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I misread 21. Sadie Larrabee, her second.
And Raven Guy, another efficient free throw shooter, 85% from the charity stripe. Hasn't scored yet, but 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And
in and out.
This looks like our Bay Radio play-by-play guy has walked into the building.
Yep. He's always got his 2-liter of Mountain Dew. I just love that about that guy.
Hey, man, Mountain Dew is something that I definitely drink too much of. And,
yeah,
and it's
especially when you have a 6-game schedule on day one.
Definitely going to lead to health problems later in life.
Three-pointer on the way for the Chargers. That's too strong. McNitt skies for that rebound. Quick outlet to Scott. Scott lost the handle. Loose ball goes out of bounds. And they say it's off the Chargers. So it's still going to be Ocelots basketball. Reagan Bird checks back in. And it looks like Emma Will back on the floor for the Chargers.
And the good thing about the Chargers is Schoolcraft hasn't gotten a ton of easy points in transition. They've still been able to score in the half court, but they've been able to actually halt the transition attack from the Ocelots.
McNitt drives it. Levine with the easy little drop in. Levine now with 7 points. Great pass there by McNitt.
Amelia Levine with 9 points, Riley Abney with 8, and Sienna McNitt with 7 points and 4 assists as well.
And we got off by 2 points on our thing here between the scoreboard and the website. We'll go with the website.
I think Nick knows what he's doing down there.
And there's a made shot for the Chargers. Homan now with 2 points. Homan averaging on the season 10 points. Tried to fight it into Levine, but picked off. Nice job there. I think that was Bean in the middle.
It was Larrabee in the middle.
Larrabee. Three-pointer on the way. Chargers, no good. Walker shot too strong, but Larrabee making another play for the Chargers. And another whistle. I think it's going to be Reagan Bird, her second foul. Priya Johnson Musa checks back in. McNitt comes out. Got Mia Wright back on the floor as well. Looks like Raven Guy checked out. So Bird staying out there with the 2 fouls. All right, 6:04 here in the second. 32-13, Ocelots up over the Chargers.
And kind of the name of the game for Schoolcraft is force Edison State to shoot threes. Currently 0 of 5. They're a team that's only taken 12 3-point attempts per game, and they only shoot about 27%.
Another whistle. It's the second foul there on Johnson Musa. Second foul for the Ocelots. Turnaround jumper is short. Catches front rim is Reese. Levine, and they're going to call the double dribble. Kind of lost the handle there in mid-sprint. The Chargers take it back.
Yeah, and offensively, they really just need to start getting buckets consistently. They've been able to kind of halt a Schoolcraft run here or there with a mid-range shot, but they need to find a way to get buckets, you know, go on an 8-0 run and force, you know, Schoolcraft to switch some things up.
Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Will has it. Over to Walker. Long pass over to number 12, Presley Reese, and that catches iron. Good possession there for the Chargers. Just couldn't get it to go. Riley for three. Too strong. Reese, the nice board. Quick outlet all the way down for Will, and Will lays it up and in. Nice recognition there. Good long pass. And 32-15, still Ocelots on top.
Yeah, now they just need to be able to build a couple of stops and really, you know, force Schoolcraft, you know, kind of out of their spots and offensively and defensively.
Another long pass to Will, lays it up, no good. Nice effort there by Johnson Musa. And Riley Abney had her shot go out of bounds, knocked away there by Reese. All right, a couple more substitutions. Jayla Johnson checking back in.
Looks like Maria Scott also coming back in for Schoolcraft.
Okay. Well, it looks like we've got a timeout. Media timeout, 4:29 left here in the second quarter of this Game 1 semifinal matchup between the Ocelots and the Chargers. 32-15 Ocelots. We'll be back here momentarily. All right, second quarter, 4:29 left. Ocelots lead, 32-15 over the Chargers. Both teams coming out of the break. It's going to be, I believe, Ocelots basketball.
Yep, it was a block shot. Abney shot it.
All right, and we're back underway officially. Inside play.
You know, they've gotten to that
go.
same play again. I know Young missed the shot, but that's just a good opportunity with getting an off-the-block shot off the inbound.
Johnson has it out on the wing. Cross-court pass to Walker. Three-pointer on the way for Will. Tough shooting so far for the Chargers. They got to keep shooting, though, if they want to stay in this thing. Nice, easy pass inside to Young, but that rolled off the rim. It stayed with it. Offensive board, the putback is good.
Yeah, and Young with an early 6 and 6.
Johnson Musa forces the turnover, and Chargers get it back the other way. Larrabee has it. And knocked loose by Young.
Because Young just hustles down the floor on both ends. You can see it on the offensive glass, defensive glass, causing deflections, has a steal and a block on the game as well. Just all around impressive.
Really is. She's got, just seems like she's everywhere on the court. Everything you'd want in a player. Quick turnaround. That's Reese. Loose ball. We got contact, and Ocelots come away with it, but they too hot to handle there for Young. It goes out of bounds, so Chargers are going to get it back. 3:29 left here in the first. We got a player down. There was some heavy contact down there. Mariah Scott looks like she kind of took the brunt of that collision. So she gets up walks off the court on her own power, so hopefully she's okay. I'm sure she'll get checked out by our trainer on staff here.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a lower back injury, and you could tell there's a couple of bodies that hit the floor. Amelia Levine initially fell down to the ground grabbing the rebound, and I think it became a loose ball, and Maria Scott fought for it. And obviously, it's tough, continuing to play that physical the whole entire game. You're going to take bumps and bruises the whole entire time. You just hope that she could stay okay.
Yeah, as mentioned, the Ocelots are a little banged up to start with, with some illness that they've been fighting through, so a bit of a limited bench today. That three-pointer was blocked. The nice offensive putback. Sadie Larrabee put it back. 34-17. McNitt. That shot's off the mark, but Brianna Young with another offensive board. 36-17. 3 minutes on the clock. We've got a whistle, and we got a timeout. It's like a 30-second.
Two players in double-double watch for Schoolcraft early on. Amelia Levine with 9 and 9, and Brianna Young with 8 and 7. So both of those players, a couple of rebounds and points away from being in that double-double territory. And at Schoolcraft, even though it doesn't feel like they're winning by 19 points, they just are. They're defending really well, and when you're able to win because of your defense, you have so much ability on the offensive side to kind of just go on an eruption of points and really put this game out of reach. But up 19 with 3 minutes left to play in the half, they're kind of just doing their job, even with a limited amount of depth.
Yeah, and we talk about their scoring average, over 90 points, only giving up 53. Right now they're holding Edison to 8 of 28 shooting, so under 29%. As you mentioned, 0 of 7 from downtown. They've got 17 points with almost a half. So that's just such an impressive defensive effort.
Yeah, and Schoolcraft, they're a team that averages around 67% from the charity stripe, which is fourth in the conference, and they're shooting 4 of 11 from the line.
Another turnover for the Chargers. That's number 12.
They've done a better job about not turning it over here in the second half, and now actually that makes it 12 and 12 for Edison State and Schoolcraft on the turnovers. Inside
to Young, lost the handle. Give credit to Walker for that block. And it goes out of bounds off the Ocelots. See Coach Tim McMahon kind of walking the sidelines over there, urging his team to just keep fighting.
Yeah, and they're still actively in it. They have, been able to get some good looks.
There's a three-pointer, 0 for 8 now for the Chargers. One of them have to go at some point. McNitt.
That's kind of
inside to Young. Young spin move, no, but she's fouled.
And that's kind of what we saw with SC4 last night. Is I think they were 3 of 20 from 3 at one point, but they just kept letting them fly, and they were able to hit some big shots down the stretch. That was an incredible game last night. Obviously, the Edison State men's basketball team came up short.
Yeah, 64-63 was the final.
Yeah, yep. It was an incredible game. No better way than basically Midnight Madness at that point.
We said Midnight Madness.
After dark, like NJCAA Region 12 After Dark, whatever label or title.
We started the morning at 9 a.m. and you were still going about midnight. Luckily, Tom Cavanaugh came on for to do the play-by-play, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy this one from home. So I was able to get a bit of a reprieve. Everyone's giving me a hard time this morning. I called it an Irish goodbye. I didn't make any eye contact. I was out before they knew it.
That's the way to do it sometimes. You're just like, oh, they'll see me tomorrow. It's not like I'm going that far away.
All right, back underway, 2:05 here in the first half. Chargers with it, trying to get something going. 38-17, down by 21 points. Olivia Sanders and Homan back and forth. That shot's off the mark. Bird with a long rebound. Quick outlet to Guy. Guy. Levine to McNitt for 2. 40-17.
And Levine recognizes that she was kind of in a bad position, wanted to go up with the layup, and instead resets it outside to McNitt. And they got a quality look and a quality make.
McNitt now with 9 points. She's averaging 12 on the season, so she's definitely bettering her average here in the first half.
Yeah, and I mean, if the Schoolcraft continues to stay at this lead, or if it progressively gets bigger, I think you could see a lot of the subs that maybe haven't gotten too much playing time this season, although they do win by an average of 38, so everyone kind of does get some moments. Let's see if they can get some postseason run.
Yeah, so like it's no Avery Collins, Ayanna Stevens, Deja Brown. So, I mean, really, it's Jaya Bushel hasn't been on the floor. We'll see if we can see her. Other than that, everyone's been out there. And a long three-pointer is short, scooped up by Bird. Quick outlet to McNitt. McNitt pulls up for the jumper, and you knew that was down the second it left. McNitt now with 11 points, final 43 left here in the first half.
And she has such good jump shot mechanics, a good arc, able to square up perfectly every time, and just a solid release. And it's not like McNitt's the most physically imposing player ever. She's a 5'6" guard, but just doing everything right.
Those hustle plays in the right spot at the right time, coachable. And that is a shot clock violation, so a turnover. Heads back over to Schoolcraft, who should get the last shot with 13.3 left. We'll see what they set up. Do they kind of just bounce, just kind of keep it out on the edge, or do they get something quickly? It looks like Bird might be shaken up.
Yeah, she's fighting for the loose ball. She's kind of grabbing at the top of her head, maybe bumped her nose or just got a quick headache. I have to bust out the ibuprofen at halftime. I know I had to take it last night when I got home, where I would have had the worst headache. So
Levine out there, doing some work, getting the floor nice and clean, so give her an extra gold star. Here's McNitt. Jumper on the way, catches back iron. Offensive board, put back is good. Absolutely good. Brianna Young gets it at the buzzer. 44-19 here through one half in our District C semifinal matchup. The winner of this game will play the winner of the Grand Rapids CC Raiders and the Bay College Norse. This game is going to be played on Sunday, so we will see who punches their ticket to that championship game. All right, it's the Ocelots on top, 44-19. We're going to take a break here. Chad Toms, Noah Drury on the call. We'll see you here in about 12 minutes. Welcome back to Steve Schmidt Gymnasium, Ballinger Fieldhouse, opening game for the Great Lakes Tournament Day 2, women's action. Ocelots lead 44-19 over the Chargers. Noah Drury, what's your thoughts on the first half? I'm going to break down some of those stats for us.
First thing that I notice is Riley Abney with 8, Amelia Levine with 9, Sienna McNitt with 11, and Brianna Young with 12. I mean, that's 4 quality role players / stars of this team that have really stepped up with them having a limited amount of depth today. They've only played 9 players. The only player to really not play is Jaya Bushell, which I think we could expect to see here in the second half. They played really well with having an limited amount of depth, and players with experience like Deja Brown missing, Ayanna Stevens and Avery Collins, important freshmen for this team, and not having them not be on the floor. I mean, those 4 players have really stepped it up here on the offensive side, and Levine also with 10 rebounds, Young with 8. They're just doing a good job.
Yeah, as well. Good solid performance there. Double-doubles more than likely here in the second half. And then Sienna McNitt leading the way with 11 points, 4 assists, 2 steals, and no fouls. I mean, she plays active defense, lockdown defense, so really impressive first half for her. The other side of the coin, we knew it was going to be an uphill battle for Edison State, but they were held to 28% shooting in the first half. And no 0 for 10 from the from three-pointers. So they need to improve on that in the second half if they want to have a chance here. But it's going to be a tough order, 44-19.
100%. I mean, they just need to find a way to score some points offensively. Obviously, 0-10 from downtown and 9-32 from the field. They got to do a better job.
The Ocelots were able to outpace the Chargers 26-12 in the paint. And they led 13-5 with second chance points. So multiple possessions doing the damage for the Ocelots. All right, second half coming up. Looks like McNitt is going to receive the inbound. You've got Levine, Young. McNitt has it. Mariah Scott as well on the floor for the Ocelots. I think it's the same starters as well for the Chargers. All right, there's a loose ball that's scooped up by Riley Homan. Down the lane she goes, up and in. Nice take, good strong take right there, 44-21.
Yeah, that's just a good start from Schoolcraft. Or, excuse me, from Edison State right there, Riley Homan, just a good take.
All right, whistle out of bounds. Still Ocelots basketball. Another turnover. Emma Will has it. She goes off glass, and it goes, and this time she's fouled. Heading the line to shoot and 1. How about these Chargers coming out of the locker room with a little bit of spunk? You love to see it.
100%. I mean, that's just a good take down to the cup right there in transition, and that's an early 4 points, potentially 5 here for the Chargers.
Emma Will now with 6 points. Free throw on the way, make it 7. 7-0 run to start.
Yeah, and they need to get a lot of points in bunches while also forcing stops on the defensive side.
And there's another turnover. Presley Reese wrestled away. I think they call it, was it the jump ball? So it looks like it's going to be the Chargers coming away with it. How about that?
Yeah, and a lot of turnovers this morning, Chad. 15 for Schoolcraft, 13 for Edison State.
I'm sorry, 5-0 run to start for the Chargers. Not 7, but we'll see if they can make my words come true. Homan, three-pointer on the way. That's too strong with an offensive rebound. Reese kept it alive for the Chargers. Down the lane she goes, floater. Too strong, but she's fouled. She's heading line to shoot 2. Mariah Scott's going to pick up her second team foul already in the quarter as well for the Ocelots.
Yeah, and Schoolcraft coming out a little bit flat here to start out the second half. And, I mean, this is kind of the spot you want to be in if you're Edison State. You know, having Schoolcraft not have that great start, they really got to take advantage here and try and maybe cut this lead down to 15 by the first media timeout.
Reese, second one does not go. Long rebound secured by Levine. I think that's going to put her officially in double-digit or double-double territory, I believe, or close to it. Three-pointer on the way. That's Amelia Levine. So she had 12. Yeah, double time for
12
her.
and 11. So
how about that?
That's kind of breaks the seal for Schoolcraft in the second half. A good-looking shot by Levine, and obviously got it done on the defensive side, rebounding.
Riley Holman, I think, lost the handle or stepped out of bounds. So it's Ocelot ball. Mariah Scott inbound to McNitt. Wow, nice take there. Levine. Some fancy dribbling. Got the shot away in the paint. She's just deadly inside.
Good balance driving to the rim right there. Soft touch with the floater.
Walker drives, blocked from behind by Riley Abney, but they're going to call her for the foul, so that's going to send Walker to the line. That's Abney's second, third team foul now for the Ocelots.
Edison State's got to capitalize on these free throws.
I was just going to say free throws have been an issue here for the last couple.
And, I mean, free throws were important in every single game yesterday in determining who really came out on top. Typically the better free throw shooting team ended up as victors, and Edison State only 3 of 9 from the free throw line right now.
Walker split the pair. Abney has it, puts it on the floor, gets inside the paint, pulls up to her kind of favorite spot there, doesn't go, but she follows, and the basket counts. Riley Abney.
And that's now 4 Ocelots in double figures with Abney making that layup.
And impressive just follow there, able to wrestle that offensive board, kept her kind of balanced as she got fouled and was able to get that to go. We had 10 points now for Abney at the line shooting an and one. Nice pressure here by the Ocelots, and it forces a turnover.
Yeah, it's cool.
Good idea there by Holman, but trying to do a bank shot, but couldn't get it off in time.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, Schoolcraft really, trying to put this out of reach with their full court pressure.
Once again on that same inbound play, good execution, but just couldn't get it to go. Chargers come away with it. Holman, Will, kicked it to Reese. Too strong. Offensive board put back by Larrabee. And this time Levine clears it for the Ocelots. Scott off the window. That doesn't go. Chargers with the board. Good defense here by the Ocelots. Really no easy shots. They were struggling to find an outlet there. Forced a long shot. They'll take that every possession. McNitt, nice drive. Dish, try to find Levine, but that's scooped up by Holman coming the other way. Reese, and she's fouled. Should be headlined to shoot 4 fouls now for the Ocelots here just in this quarter. 6:21 left.
Yeah,
one more they'll be in the bonus.
Luckily no foul trouble for the Ocelots. But, yeah, I mean, they have just been dominating here today. I mean, Edison State hasn't been able to knock down a 3 just yet. Schoolcraft winning the rebounding battle 36-19.
So Mia Wright checks back in, Reagan Bird for the Ocelots.
And I bet we see more of the bench start to play here in the second half for Schoolcraft. Team that won the MCCAA championship, like you mentioned, in the Open. I mean, looking for their 30th win on the season.
Yeah, they definitely are battle tested. I know they're hungry to get back. They came up short last year. Bird with the make.
We talk about Shea Lewis in her 7th season, really just having this program at, its full potential. Former all-GLIAC player at Wayne State, was a director of basketball operations at Oakland University. She's been around a lot of talent, and now she has it in her own program.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Just a classy group. I mean, a great staff. The players get a lot of attention, a lot of focus on the fundamentals. You know, not only on the basketball court, but the entire package of being a college athlete. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. So you just great support system, and no surprise there at the success of the Ocelot team over here over the last few years.
And funny enough, she started her sports management, coaching career with the Detroit Shock too.
Nice take there, Emma Will, the little Euro step. And the Ocelots the other way. Mariah Scott couldn't get it to go. Mia Wright with the offensive board goes out of bounds off the Chargers. Aliana Davis back on the floor. She sat for a lot of the first half. She picked up 2 fouls early in the first. She's got a tough assignment there against Mia Wright at 6'2". Three-pointer on the way for Bird. And it's down. Reagan Bird making it rain from downtown. 57-28.
Yeah, Reagan Bird, a returner from last year's team, was MCCAA Eastern Conference third team last year. Seen a little bit more of a reduced role this year, but still an important piece coming off the bench.
Johnson inside to Davis. Davis kicked it out to Holman. Step back. Thought about a 3. 4 on the shot clock. Will got the shot away, but it's not going to catch any iron, so that is a shot clock violation. Substitution, Olivia Sanders checking in. But I think we're going to a media timeout with 4:47 left here in the third. Ocelots on top, 57-28 over the Chargers. We'll be back here momentarily. All right, back underway here. District C, semifinal matchup, Ocelots and Chargers. Noah Drury, what's your juiciest, most deep dive piece of information on one of these teams or players? You've got this incredible stat sheet here. What do you got for us?
Well, Sadie Larrabee, who we haven't talked about just yet, her activities in high school was women's basketball, track, volleyball, band, and junior ROTC.
That is one busy student there.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Ava Sheeter, who hasn't played for the Chargers yet, played soccer, women's basketball, and lacrosse in high school. Alana Davis's favorite restaurants, Texas Roadhouse.
Ooh, that's a good choice.
Audrey's Beans is an Asian buffet.
Oh, that's a really good choice.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting facts that I found on both sides. I mean, Priya Johnson-Musso won a 2024 state championship with Edison High School.
Oh, yeah, they're a great program down there.
I mean, there's so much impressive stuff, but the thing about the Schoolcraft team is they also return a lot of talent. And, that's something that I really like to put returning pieces on their team. I mean, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 returners on this team from last year that, went to that national tournament. Obviously, they lost in the first round of the national tournament, but they are still looking to, get back there and have a lot more success. Still haven't lost on the season yet.
Yeah, there's no doubt. That's a great experience to be able to build on for this year. They've been there. And a lot of times you see those coaches will make those the loser players kind of watch that ceremony and kind of soak it all in, and you see them kind of building that formula for the following season. And it's really paid off for the Ocelots. They've had the hammer down the entire season and have played absolutely incredible. And Bird on the scoop does not score. Rebound Davis. Quick outlet to Riley Holman. Full head of steam. Johnson for three. Catches iron. Look at that. Mia Wright with a board in traffic.
Yeah, I mean, Schoolcraft has just done such a good job rebounding. Obviously, #1 rebounding team in the conference at 52 rebounds per game.
Another basket inside. Johnson Musa with the make.
Yeah, I mean, we just talk about, the Schoolcraft team. I mean, statistically, they have a lot of impressive categories as a team. They just play so well. But, I mean, I think their thing is just how consistent, they play throughout 40 minutes. I think is one of the most things. That's something we talked about with the Bears this season is they had good moments, in stretches, but they were never really able to play a full 40 minutes. And you see it from the Schoolcraft team. They don't really back down.
Yep, they just keep going. They're deep. They're battle tested. You talk about all those sophomores that were, to the big dance last year. And then, I mean, players, you talk about Riley Abney. She's a sophomore, but she played at Oakland. So it's like she had some really good experience on the horizon. So you just kind of piece all those players together. Obviously working for Coach Lewis. McNitt fires a three. Nice box out there by Davis. Are they going to call it on?
I think they might have hit Davis. I think she got a little bit too extracurricular with the box out.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty physical.
It was physical both ways. I mean, that's just a 50-50 call.
Yeah, that one's tough.
I don't know, better than me. I don't think you want me officiating the game. I will never stop it for fouls.
Mia Wright with the quick pass inbound, lays it up and in. That's 4 fouls now on Davis.
It's Edison State still yet to hit a shot from outside. 0 of 14, and then a turnover right there.
Turnover, quick outlet to McNitt. Nice pass up ahead. That's Raven Guy lays that up and in.
So we talk about McNitt and her scoring ability, but also with 7 assists.
Reese's shot catches front iron.
As if Schoolcraft comes away as victors, we'll have a lot of options for a post-game player of the game.
We'll have 3 headsets available. You might have to interview a few of them, Noah. Who do you pick?
Well, obviously we want to talk to Coach Lewis and get her thoughts.
There's no doubt.
I mean, she's just someone every time you talk to her. I mean, you could just tell she has a great control of this team. We think about the great coaches in the state like Shay Lewis, like Megan Hudson, just to name a couple. But
Heather Brown will be here this afternoon.
With Jackson College as well. I mean, we are blessed to have such good coaches in the area because you go to some levels of junior college or high school or really anywhere, and, there's coaches that, they aren't required to talk to us. They want to come up and talk to us and after these games and have the post-game interviews and, celebrate. I don't know if you stayed for the end of the SC4 game. They all came up at the end and celebrated up here with us for the post-game ceremony, and then the lights went out during our post-game wrap-up. But
Yep.
I mean, it was just an incredible moment, and just to have these, with these coaches and these players, it just, adds more fuel to the environment.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, we'll see Tanner Smith today, Mid-Michigan coming in later. Great program there. We really enjoyed Robert Belf Jr. this year from OCC with his 5-player line change every 42 seconds.
And he's a character too, man. I actually, when OCC was here earlier in the season, had a good chance to talk with him in the hospitality room for like 10 minutes. It looks like Amelia Levine down with an injury.
Oh, no. Yeah, it looks like hopefully. I mean, this is the last thing that the Ocelots want to see in a game that's well in hand, 65-29 with 1:57 left in the third. You hate to see Levine go down. I mean, she's having an incredible game. We've got her at 14 points, 13 rebounds right now. And she gets up on her own power. So not sure if we'll see her the rest of this ball game with this, 36-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no need for it. I mean, obviously, Schoolcraft has a bunch of players that still want to play and compete and get their reps in and, get their shots up. But, I mean, I think you just think at it from a, management standpoint.
And still haven't seen Jaya Bushel. I wonder if she was one of the ones that were either, the flu bug. It might have been, maybe a concussion protocol. I think I maybe remember hearing something about that. So, yeah, definitely a limited bench for the Ocelots. We'll see. Keep an eye on that down the stretch here. We got 1 quarter yet to play.
Yeah, and talk about another player having an incredible game. Brianna Young, 13 points, 8 rebounds, steal and a block.
Yeah, I was looking at McNitt's stat line as well. She's got 13 points, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. So,
and 2 steals,
flirting with a triple-double.
Yeah, everyone just on Schoolcraft. There's no one star shining. It's kind of like the Little or Big Dipper. It's a bunch of stars.
It's a consolation, yeah. I think is what they call that. Hey, speaking of consolation and stars, we got LCC coming up here in a couple hours.
They're the 1 o'clock game, I believe.
Yeah. Felicity Harbor on the floor from Pleasant Hill, Ohio. But McNitt goes the other way. And she kind of doubles over. A foul call. Riley Holman picks up her first. McNitt at the line.
As we will have LCC hosting or being the home team. Delta technically traveling on the road, even though they're both traveling for 1 o'clock. And then we have Cuyahoga and Jackson, 3:30. That should be a fun contest.
Yeah, the Jets, they always play well in this gym. McNitt made them both averaging 92% from the floor. Mariah Scott checks back in.
Yeah, and then tonight, 5:30 and 7:30, Mid-Michigan, Marion and Scylla, and Lakeland and SC4 for the nightcap. So it'll be a long but fun day.
No shortage of good solid basketball here from the Region 12 of the NJCAA. A lot of contact down low, but we got a jump ball. Presley Reese got tied up by the Ocelots. They'll take possession with 1:14 left. In the third, 69-29. They now lead by 30 points officially, or make that 40 points officially.
And did Mid-Michigan got to 86 yesterday on the men's side, right? Was that the final score?
I did write it down. I've got my notes here. Let me pull that out. My pile of brackets and NJCAA champions, and here's my schedule. What was your question?
Because Mid-Michigan scored the most points yesterday. How many points did they?
77-68 is what I had.
Oh, so it was actually
Schoolcraft had 79. LCC put up 81. So relatively low-scoring affair. I mean,
Schoolcraft is definitely has a good opportunity to break or be the highest-scoring team here from both days.
Yeah, they've got 11 minutes left to play. Offensive board, putback is no good. Chargers come away with it. Saunders had it. Got it up to Reese. Over on the wing to Holman. Holman drives, goes baseline, cuts off her path. Swing pass all the way around to Saunders. Catches front rim. Saunders with the offensive board. And just can't get it to go. Ocelots the other way. Raven Guy off the window. No, it doesn't go off the window. It goes in. She's fouled. Basket count. She's heading the line for an and one.
She said, I don't need no window, Chad. Quit talking up.
Just laid it up and in. 71-29 now. That's 2 fouls on Riley Holman. 5th foul here in the quarter.
And, I mean, obviously we talk about the Schoolcraft offense, shooting about 47% from the field. They're 40% from downtown. Now 15 of 24 from the line. And, but defensively, I mean, they have just, given Edison State problems all day. I mean, we talk about having 72 points in 3 quarters. They have only allowed 29. That's less than 10 points per quarter.
Wow.
Well, now it's not with that made jumper from Presley Reese. But still, I mean, Edison State's definitely missed a few open looks. But, I mean, for the most part, Schoolcraft has a hand always up on a shot.
Nice play there by Young. She had... Is that hurt? Or no, was that Levine that went out?
Yes.
see. Do we see her? Is she back on the bench? Yeah, she's moving around. Okay, so all right, final 10 minutes coming up here. It's the Ocelots leading 74-31 over the Chargers. We'll take a break here in Great Lakes Tournament District C semifinal matchup. Be back here shortly. Back here, fourth quarter coming up. Ocelots and the Chargers. Do a little tag team back again. Whoop, there it is. Dante Dorsey, our in-game announcer DJ. Hall of Fame status, man. His playlist is incredible. He had to add, add 2.5 hours to it yesterday as well.
A lot of rain.
A few rain songs. Yeah, we had some Milli Vanilli in there. How we were laughing. Yeah. All right, back underway here. Reese with a turnaround, too strong. Tracks down her offensive board, keeps it alive for the Chargers. But we have a whistle. Oh, it looks like we're going to have a foul.
It might have been on.
Looked like she held up a 21, but
21 or 12.
Sadie Larrabee's on the bench. Oh, okay, so Reese. Here's some clapping. Well, let's see what Dante says. No official word. All right.
We're just here live and living.
I think they reset the shot clock to 12. Okay, that's what we did get 12 right. It was either 21 or 12. All right, Chargers down to 7 on the shot clock. Holman for 3, and it goes out of bounds. Just having a difficult time. And there's still Ofer from downtown, Noah? 0 for 17, is that right? Abney into the corner. Raven Guy back up top. Johnson Musa. Great ball movement by the Ocelots. Mariah Scott shot off the mark, though. Presley Reese has it coming back the other way. Out on the wing. Streeter, still no go from downtown. Abney with the board. Johnson Musa wide open, so why not? 76-31, 8:42 left.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much just kind of like an open gym practice for Schoolcraft at this point, getting ready to play, GRCC and Bay College, our next game coming up. That will definitely, we will definitely have, what am I trying to say here? Definitely have a good contest on our hands coming up next. And, Schoolcraft obviously going to do some in-person scouting, and obviously they'll watch tape from other games throughout the season as well.
The Norse and the Raiders coming up next. And the winner of this game, as well as the next game, will be playing in the District C Championship game, 11 o'clock on Sunday. And Emma willed that one in. How about that? And we're working off a limited sleep here. We apologize. Doing our best. All right. Abney has it on the wing. Kicks it over to Scott. Back up top to Johnson Musa in the paint. Shot didn't go, but she's fouled. They're going to call this one on Presley Reese. That's her second foul. First team foul in the quarter for the Chargers. Johnson Musa at the line shooting 2.
Yeah, and I mean, she definitely is going to receive a little bit of extra minutes than she normally would in the rotation. And, it's good to just see players like this, obviously, be able to, come up big in these moments. And, Schoolcraft just playing a solid four-quarter game really, gives opportunity for, everyone on Schoolcraft to kind of get some fourth-quarter run here.
We got to give some credit here to the engineering team, facilities management team here at Mott. Noah, did you look up at the ceiling
tarp,
there? I
yeah.
mean, that's some engineering, MacGyvering. Too old reference for you. You're a youngster, but figuring it out. We had a bit of a delay yesterday, and like I said, everyone just figured it out. I mean, it was impressive, but there's a big, huge
apparently that was put up at 5 a.m. this morning.
How about that? Hopefully, and I don't know, we're supposed to get some more rain today? All right, 7:47 left here in the fourth. I think we're supposed to get some rain, so definitely some preventative measures here by Mott, NJCAA. We'll give credit to everybody involved behind the scenes. And we get a blocking foul on the Chargers. That's going to be on Ava Streeter, her first, second team foul here in this final quarter. Abney has it, drives into the paint, but she lost the handle. Holman comes away with it for the Chargers. Reese puts it on the floor, and Mia Wright going to get called for that one. Oh, I'm sorry. Johnson Musa got called for that. That's her third foul. Second team foul here in this quarter for the Ocelots. Inbound coming up for the Chargers. Nice shot there, Presley Reese with the make. Reese now with 11 points. And there's a strong take down the lane. Mariah Scott hit the deck. She's fouled. They're going to call that on Emma Will. Third team foul now for the Chargers. Scott at the line, shooting 2. Scott coming off a 12-point effort in that game last week against the Stars to win the MCCAA overall championship.
Yeah, sorry for the people back home. We were recognizing this kind of during the broadcast, and there's something I wanted to address, maybe after this game, but I decided to do it now. Our NAT audio mic was having a little bit of some crackling issues, and I think it's because it's actually on a railing in the stands here. So, and people have touched it throughout the day yesterday and then obviously today. So
you find a better spot.
Yeah, well, I wanted to reconnect the cables and make sure because it got knocked around.
Yeah, it might have been a little loose. Don't want any crackling in everyone's ear back home.
Yeah, I mean, it's just audio equipment, man. It is just one of the easiest things to honestly break and have problems very quickly. Luckily at Mott here, we have a very nice Rodecaster that's a great audio mixer that makes our voices sound clear for you guys back at home.
All right, Abney has it, drives in the paint, but they're going to call, I think that's Megan Wood. Yep, that's the fifth team foul now for the Chargers. So we're going to see Riley Abney at the line, averaging 78% on the season.
Yeah, Abney's had an incredible game. 11 points, 5 boards, 2 steals, and a block. Cleaning up with the turnover. She does have 7, but, you'll take her having some good offensive plays, and obviously at the free throw line right now, making that first of 2 and goes 2 for 2.
Emma Yukon checks in, 5'8" sophomore guard from Christiansburg, Ohio.
Yeah, and how about her? NJCAA second team academic All-American. So
what's that GPA? You got that handy?
No, I do not. That was not made publicly available, but you got to assume that it's pretty high with her obviously being nationally recognized for her academics.
Yeah, that's incredible. Nice job there, Emma Yukon. I'm sure her family's very proud. Emma Will, I think they're going to call
3
second. Okay.
And you did mention Megan Wood in the game.
6:19 left. Sienna McNitt checks in. Mariah Scott checks out.
And I think they would play more players off the bench if they had them, but Schoolcraft, I mean, they've only played 9 total players in this game.
Shows you how deep they are, man.
They're just it's a solidly ran program.
I mean, a limited bench, and they put up 79 here in March Madness. They are dangerous. Tough draw for any team from this point forward. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice take all the way down the lane is Riley Abney. Abney now with 15 points. She is just a pure scorer. She's not, she can dribble her spot. She can take it all the way in. She can pull up for a long-range jumper.
Yeah, and the thing you see with a lot of players at this level is they have a lot of wasted dribbles. Not Abney. I mean, she just made a nice pass there. She could have taken it all the way for a mid-range jump shot, but looking to make the best play possible. That's just high basketball IQ, and you see it with a lot of these Schoolcraft players. I mean, McNitt as well is another player with a high IQ. I mean, Brianna Young, she's someone that just continues to go hard every single play, not really doesn't take a play off. And, there's just a lot of good characteristics and traits about this Schoolcraft team that, not only physically are they talented enough to win a national championship, but also the intangibles and, the mental ability to go compete for one as well. They seem to have it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got 10 sophomores on this team. I mean, it's such an amazing foundation that have been there.
And now Schoolcraft has scored the most points in the Region 12 tournament
in
2026. I mean, we talk about it. Obviously, the East on both the men's and women's side, we are incredible and littered with great talent. But this team is special, man.
There's a block inside. Priya Johnson, Musa, 5'10", freshman out of Edison. I mean, that's a pretty impressive backcourt or front court there between Mia Wright at 6'2" and Johnson Musa 5'10". That's formidable. You don't see that size on all these teams.
Yeah, and I mean, we're missing a player in Ayanna Stevens, who's 6 foot, and Deja Brown, who's 6'3", too. So that's just only more size that will return for Schoolcraft, whether it is Sunday or if it is down in Joplin, Missouri.
Yeah, Levine, 5'11". A lot of size. So, all right, well, we are going to take a break here. I think our final media timeout with 4:57 left, 83-35. Ocelots on top. We'll be back here in just a few. Me and Chad are gonna squabble up, getting a little. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, whoa!
It
was the song. It was the song.
Oh, I was like, what did I do?
I was making a little bit of a joke.
Oh, we got 5 games left, man. All right, back underway. 4:45 left. I mean, at the end of this, the Ocelots could be flirting with triple digits. Ooh, McNitt fouled from behind there by Will. So they're going to head back to the line and make McNitt.
I just thought of an awesome idea, Chad.
Oh, no.
What if we,
I'm nervous.
On Sunday, after we get, a WWE ring, we do a Mott Community College Royal Rumble.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
With all the staff. Spend so much time around.
Tag team event.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
That would be hilarious.
All right, McNitt made them both. 85-35, up by 50 now, 4:40 left. Here the Chargers, I mean, they had a great season last year. Back, this year, they're going to retool for next year. I mean, Ivy's not thinking quite next year yet if you're the Chargers, but good foundation as well. A lot of talent on that floor.
And a lot of freshmen, too. I mean, they are going to be losing players like Riley Homan, who's had an incredible 2 years. Emma Will, who's also been great these past 2 years as well. But, I mean, for the most part, and Emma Yukon as well, those are the only 3 sophomores on this Edison State team. And you return a lot of size and talent. If you can just be able to make a couple of key additions to the roster, I think you could find yourself in a really good place and be back here again next year.
Yeah, offensive foul there on McNitt. Good job there by number 12, Presley Reese. Yeah, I mean, you got Reese, Walker, Larrabee, Harbor, Davis, Sanders, Bean, Megan Wood, Jayla Johnson. So that's a tremendous foundation for next year.
And they have a lot of players in the front court, too, because those are typically the harder players to find, taller players that can actually play, and they do have them. And, with another season of development and experience, it will definitely be back here. I mean, Tim McMahon, 2-time national qualifier with this Chargers team.
Hey, how about there's a three-pointer? Finally. I think, is that the first one, Noah?
1 of 21 from downtown. Yeah, Edison State, it wasn't their day from the field. 27%, 38.5 from the line. I mean, unfortunately, they just couldn't find their way into the basket, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Emma Yukon with that first three-pointer, the All-American, academic All-American.
Yep.
Hey, and Sienna McNitt heading back to the line. That fouls on Megan Wood, her second.
Might actually be Mia Wright heading to the line.
Oh, okay. It looked like Sienna McNitt. Sorry about that.
Mia Wright might have the hair of the day.
All right, we've got some substitutions. So our Chargers checking out. Emma Will going to finish her career. Riley Homan, the sophomore as well.
And Emma Yukon.
So our 3 sophomores check out. Nice round of applause from the crowd from both sides. Mia Wright with the make.
2 for 2.
87-38. Jayla Johnson has it out at midcourt.
How about Schoolcraft? I mean, they're just running their 2-3 zone. They're still playing to the final whistle.
Oh, there's no doubt. A lot of pride there for the Ocelots, and same for the Chargers. They're no quitting that team as well. Here comes Bird the other way. Long pass out to Wright. Lost the handle. Emerson Walker has it. Off to Reese. Reese catch, shoot, and knocked it down. Good shot there.
Yeah, that's a 5'10 player. Led the team in scoring this season. Obviously going to be back next year. And I think if obviously they can make some additions at guard and maybe another forward, or if they can get, just a little bit more experience. I mean, this is a team that,
they could be dangerous for sure.
Good coach and Tim McMahon as well. He's got plenty of experience, 40 total years overall between high school and college of coaching.
Levine with the make. Good to see her back out on the floor. 14 points for her. And no fouls as well. I mean, that's something that I always really am impressed with, especially down low in the paint. So much contact down there. What a game by Levine. The board there. Final 2 minutes coming up. Johnson Musa. Levine for 3, catches iron. Long rebound tracked down there by Sanders, excuse me. Raven guy scooped up that long rebound. She goes the other way. Earl steps into the paint with good defense by the Chargers, but Johnson Musa stayed with it and fouled. Be heading line with 1:35 left.
How about Schoolcraft? 55-26, winning the rebounding battle.
Yeah,
that's 29 more rebounds than the Chargers.
Plus 29. I don't know if we've seen a discrepancy like that. 23 of 35 from the stripe, 4 of 10 from downtown. 4 blocks in the game for the Ocelots. 10 steals. 14 steals actually for the Chargers.
We're going to talk with head coach Shay Lewis and also Sienna McNitt post-game here And I bet one of the things that Lewis will bring up is obviously having 20 turnovers. You know, they are a team that averages about 18, but maybe something she says they'll want to clean up going into next game.
Megan Wood with the make in the paint. 89-42, 1:17 left. Bird spins, had a block, stayed with it, and puts it down. 91 now, 42. Bird has 7. Still a lot of effort out there. Nobody's slowing down. Sanders fires a 3, and it's down. Olivia Sanders.
And, you know, fun fact about her, she broke the record for three-pointers in a season at Aleta High School in Lima, Ohio.
I can see why. That was a good-looking shot there. 49 seconds left. Levine has it. Take high off the glass it goes. Amelia Levine now with 16 points. I mean, it's really tough. I know we're going to leave it up to Coach Shea on our player of the game, but I mean, there is
her, Levine and McNitt definitely leading away. Solid contribution from obviously Brianna Young too, and Riley Abney.
And there's an easy basket there by Mariah Scott now with 4 points.
Could you imagine if a player like at the,
7 points.
At the end of the game, wide open transition, just started doing the mic and drill
yeah,
with misses?
Exactly. All right, final 12, a little slap happy here. Game 1 is about to be in the books. 5 more on deck today. And our final score will be 95-45. Ocelots win this semifinal matchup. Congratulations to them. They improved to 30-0 on the season, 30-game win streak. The Chargers fall to 18-11, but they'll be back next year like we talked about.
100%. And I mean, obviously, you know, this is one of the tallest tasks, you know, at hand in a first or in a semifinal matchup. You know, obviously they played Tri-Seed. Cuyahoga lost by 30 in their last game of the season. And then, you know, having to come here back-to-back tough games against a Schoolcraft program that, you know, doesn't have their mind on losing.
All right, well, coming up next, we've got our game 2 of day 1, Bay College taking on the Raiders of Grand Rapids. We'll do our post-game interview here with Coach Shea Lewis and more than likely Sienna McNitt. I don't know if that's official or not.
That is the word I did give Tim, but I wonder, obviously Amelia Levine, you know, phenomenal performance as well. And I mean, we talked about it in the opening and throughout the game. I mean, Schoolcraft won by 50 points with a limited bench. But definitely get her take and see what the availability for players like Avery Collins, Deja Brown, Ayanna Stevens are for this upcoming Sunday.
Yeah, that'll be a challenge. I mean, a day of rest, I'm sure, tomorrow for these players that are fighting through this flu bug. And they'll have it, I mean,
and there's nothing worse than trying to do something sick. I mean, when you're not feeling 100%, no matter if it's an everyday job, if it's a sport, you know, if you have a big test or an exam, if you're a student, I mean, it's just definitely, you know, you don't, in March, anything can happen, right? I mean, injury, obviously, we don't wish that upon anybody, but it's just circumstances that you do have to think about as a coach and, you know, a leader of young women. I mean, it's just, you know, you still got to have a next game up mentality and just treat everyone like it's your last.
Well, both Ocelots teams will be advancing to the championship round. Let's see if I see Coach Lewis anywhere, but I know Tim Johnson's on. Okay, it looks like he's rounding up McNitt as well. So our home team this game is going to be Grand Rapids, I believe it is. So the 2 and the 3 seeds coming up.
As it looks like we got Lewis and McNitt coming up.
All right, well, I'll hand over the headset.
All right. And welcome here to our post post-game show with Schoolcraft taking a 95-45 victory over Edison State. Sienna, I want to start with you first. You had an incredible day seeing the floor, not only as a scorer, but as a passer as well. 7 assists on the morning. What were you just seeing out there on the floor?
I was just seeing my teammates get out in transition. They did a really good job with running the floor and made it easy for me to make easy passes to them. I think we did a good job playing down players and being sick, so it was good to see them get out and run. It made it easier for me as a point guard to pass to them.
Coach Lewis, you guys now hit 30 wins on the season, an incredible accomplishment. You guys are still undefeated with one more win away from a district championship. Obviously, the performance today, you having a limited amount of depth. What was that challenge like this morning? You only played 9 players throughout the game from your, you have 12 or 13 typically available on your roster.
Yeah, I mean, we're just fighting through. We're sick right now. We got like the flu, the bug, something running through the team, the coaching staff. But I told them that, championships don't care about us being sick. They don't care about us being shorthanded. And so, this has been us all season long, is figuring out a way. Our roster is deep. And so, we just had, people that stepped up.
You guys got to the national tournament last year, lost in the first round. You guys have championship aspirations. One thing I want to ask is, what are you expecting to see, from GRCC and Bay College in this last game? And, what type of scouting do you plan on doing over the course of the next 48 hours?
Yeah, we've already been planning. So we've watched, film on both of them. And our girls are really just locked in and focused on, the things that we do. And it's really, a tribute to them of everything that we've done throughout this season, and just how hard they work and how they really want this after, having a taste of it last season and wanting to get back.
Sienna, my last question for you. You went 10 of 10 from the free throw line, staying consistent. You're an 89% free throw shooter on the season. What does it mean, or not what does it mean, but how do you stay so consistent at the free throw line? What makes you, just stay consistent shooting it for three easy shots?
Yeah, I've learned to practice when I'm really tired. So at the end of practice, getting up shots or going through a workout and then shooting 50, 100 free throws just to stay consistent. I take a deep breath before every free throw and just close my eyes to calm down and just get my rhythm going. So I think that's what's helped me this year, stay consistent at the free throw line.
Well, we wish you guys luck on Sunday and hope to be talking to you once again here for the postgame and hope that you cut down that net. So
Thank you.
Good luck on Sunday, and I know you're going to be watching this next game to see who your opponent is.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Shout out to Turmeric Shots. Thank you, Turmeric.
No,
Thank you.
no.
Noah Drury here, post-game show wrapped up with Shea Lewis and Sienna McNitt, 2 awesome individuals, and we are excited to see them here again this Sunday competing against the winner of our next contest, Grand Rapids Community College and Bay College, coming up next here, your home of the Region 12 tournament right here on YouTube.